Two hostile borders, one rising superpower to the north, one rival neighbor to the west. India now faces the nightmare scenario, a war on two fronts, simultaneously, and New Delhi is not taking any chances. India's top generals have sounded the alarm. They see China and Pakistan acting in tandem, a near absolute collusively, as one army chief warned. Beijing and Islamabad could squeeze India in a coordinated conflict. It's no longer just a possibility, it's reality. The two-front threat is a reality, he said bluntly. Look at the map. 3,500 kilometers of disputed Himalayan frontier with China, and a contentious border with Pakistan stretching from the peaks of Kashmir to the deserts of Rajasthan. Both frontiers are unsettled and explosive. China has grabbed territory in Aksai Chin and eyes India's Arunachal Pradesh. Pakistan still fuels conflict over Kashmir. Even if its guns have been quitter lately, terror infiltration and proxy wars never stopped. For decades, Indian strategists warned of this two-and-a-half-front war. China in the north, Pakistan to the west, plus insurgencies at home. India has never fought both neighbors at once. But with China-Pakistan ties tightening, Indian war planners treat it as inevitable. When you have unsettled borders to your north and west, you should be prepared for both fronts, said the army chief. And that's exactly what India is doing. Indian forces are drilling for two-front war like never before. In April 2024, the Air Force executed Exercise Gagan Shakti, a nationwide war game simulating simultaneous conflict on two fronts. For 10 days straight, every Indian Air Force base was mobilized round the clock. Jets scrambled from Punjab to Arunachal. 10,000 airmen and tons of ammunition were moved across the country by road, rail, and air. The goal? Test if India can rapidly reinforce both the Pakistan and China borders at once. It was all about speed, coordination, and stamina, proving India's war machine can fight smart and fast under extreme pressure. New Delhi is also retooling its entire military for a two-front fight. On Army Day 2025, India's generals unveiled a bold restructuring. Meet the Rudra Brigades, permanent all-arms combat units mixing infantry, tanks, artillery, engineers, special forces, and drones. Instead of separate units that only come together in war, these Rudra Brigades train and deploy as cohesive teams on the front lines, in peace and war. 2 Rudra Brigades are already in place, tailor-made for the harsh border sectors. It's a dramatic shift aimed at cutting reaction times to zero. Then there are the new Bhairav battalions, fast, lethal light commandos designed to hit hard right at the border. Dozens of these units are being raised from regular infantry, each equipped with high-tech gear and quadcopters for eyes in the sky. Their mandate? Race ahead of the main forces, plug any gaps, and surprise the enemy. As the army chief put it, these agile units are ready to surprise the enemy on the borders. Technology is India's force multiplier for a two-front war. Every infantry battalion is now getting its own drone platoon. That means hundreds of surveillance drones, guiding troops in real time. The artillery is being supercharged too, with new Divya Astra, loitering munition batteries that can hunt and blow up moving targets from afar. In the words of General Dwivedi, every infantry battalion will have drone platoons, and the firepower of the artillery has been multiplied many times by these smart weapons. On the defense side, India is deploying Akash Prime missile regiments to the Himalayas and new quick-reaction SAMs to swat down enemy jets or drones within seconds. A layered air shield now guards both sky fronts, and it's been battle-tested. Battle-tested indeed. In May 2025, a sneak preview of two-front war unfolded. Pakistan triggered a border crisis, what India dubbed Operation Sindoor. Over 4 days, Pakistan launched more than 600 drones and missiles at India, some of them Turkish drones, others Chinese-supplied missiles. It was a frenzy of incoming fire, but India's integrated air defenses kicked into action, shooting down the majority of threats. Not one enemy drone caused major damage on the Indian side. None of them could actually inflict any damage, said India's Chief of Defense Staff. At the same time, India struck back hard. Its forces unleashed loitering, kamikaze drones and precision missiles on 9 terrorist targets in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. The message was clear. India can fight a high-tech war on its western front, even as its eye stays on the northern front. Still, the challenge is daunting. How do you fight in two theaters at once? The Himalayas and the Punjab plains are worlds apart. Indian troops must conquer glacial peaks and dense jungles in the northeast, while also covering tank battles in the deserts of Rajasthan. Logistics lines stretch thin. Commanders have to split attention and resources. It's a massive stress test for any military, the kind that can break an unprepared nation. Historically, two-front wars have crushed armies that tried to split forces. India knows this and is racing to stay ahead of the curve.
That's why jointless and strategy are front and center. India's Army, Navy, and Air Force have learned they must act as one fist. The new integrated theater commands are in the pipeline to oversee both fronts seamlessly. Diplomatic corps are on high alert to prevent a two-front flare-up in the first place, because the best win is a war avoided. But if push comes to shove, India wants to be ready to strike on both fronts, fast, hard, and decisively. This is India's two-front doctrine. Deter war by preparing for the worst. Massive war games, cutting-edge weapons, and bold military reforms all broadcast one message: India will not be caught off guard. From the icy Karakoram to the Indus Plains, India is fortifying, innovating, and training for a war it hopes it never has to fight. But if tomorrow brings that nightmare scenario, India's message to its adversaries is firm: we are ready on both fronts.